Hi guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves and Showcase Sunday for February 9th. I got a number of good books for review, and then I bought one and got a couple from the library this week. I'll just start going through them. The first one I got for review is The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. This one I got off of NetGalley. It releases the beginning of April. It sounds interesting. It's about like a Goblin Empire and a steampunk world, and that's all I really know about it, but I like steampunk stuff and I like fantasy stuff, and it sounded really interesting, so I went ahead and got a copy for review. The second one I got for review is Where Silence Gathers by Kesley Sutton. Kesley Sutton wrote Some Quiet Place, which I know a lot of people either liked it or really didn't like it. I liked it a lot. Some Quiet Place was about a girl who had no ability to feel emotion, and she kind of had the emotion fear was like following her around, trying to make her feel fear. And the whole story is kind of this kind of mystery paranormal thing where she solves her past and ends up finding how to feel again. This book is about a girl who a drunk driver has killed her parents and is getting out of jail, and she's going to go kill him. And so the emotion vengeance is kind of following her around, and she's supposed to learn how to feel forgiveness, basically. So all of these have emotions where the emotion is kind of like a person. In that, they remind me a little bit of Jackie Morris Kessler's Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, because you have, pestilence, whatever, following these teenagers around and trying to get them to do stuff. Some Quiet Place was very beautifully written, and it was very creative, and I really liked it. So I'm very excited to read Where Silence Gathers. I believe this also releases the beginning of April. Alright, the next book I got for review, and I'm not going to remember some of this, is The Night Gardener by Jonathan Auxier. Jonathan Auxier wrote Peter Nimble's Fantastic Eyes, or Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes, or something like that. I'm trying to remember the title of the book. Anyways, it was a middle grade fantasy that I really enjoyed reading. This is his second book in that world, called The Night Gardener, and is about two kids who are servants in this really old, creepy house, and they find out that the house and the people living there aren't what they seem. So middle grade historical fantasy, and I think it'll be a good read. And then the last one I got for review is a young adult fantasy book they compare it to Seraphina and Graceline, which I really liked Graceline, so it's called Stolen Sandberg, and it has just an absolutely beautiful cover by Daniel L. Jensen. So anyways, I'm going to be honest, the cover of this is what caught my attention, but then when I read it, and it's supposed to be kind of an epic fantasy about a young girl who gets put underground where the trolls are, and the trolls have been released in the world. I don't know. It sounds like fantasy. It has trolls and action adventure kind of thing. So it sounded like it would be something I would like. That's just a beautiful cover, and I really liked it. Alright, so those are the 4 books I got for review this week. I did buy one. I bought the second book in the Magi series. This is an anime series. It's Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. And it's about Aladdin and Alibaba, and they go into this dungeon where they're trying to defeat the dungeon in order to find a whole bunch of magic treasure. I read the first one of these and really liked it. The artwork is pretty good. It's got an interesting story, so I wanted to read the second one, so I went ahead and bought it. And then I did swap 2 books through paperback swap. The first one is Carney Punk by a whole bunch of various authors, all of them urban fantasy authors. A lot of these are some of my favorite authors. I really like Jennifer Estep, Kevin Hearn, Shauna McGuire. And there's a variety. Kelly Gay's written in here, Jackie Kessler, Kelly Medding, Nicole Peeler, a lot of different authors I like. These are all dark urban fantasy short stories about carnivals, supposedly. So I'm not sure if they're all taking place in carnivals or if it's just kind of a theme throughout the book. They're supposed to be kind of dark, a little spooky, urban fantasy kind of stuff. So I'm excited to read this. It's gotten pretty mixed reviews, but then it's an anthology, and anthologies always seem to get mixed reviews because some of the stories are awesome and some of them really suck. So there's that. The other book I got through paperback swap is Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I actually got the second book of this through paperback swap, and this is the first book in the trilogy, so I'm excited to read this. I always say that, but I am. It's supposed to be a excellent, like, urban fantasy series. So, not urban fantasy, epic fantasy series. Then I did get 2 books from the library, but I left them in the car, so I just printed out the pictures of the books. It's really cold here again today. I think it was -10 this morning, and there's a wind chill warning out, -30 wind chill or whatever, and I don't want to go out to the car right now, so you guys are just going to have to look at pictures. The first one I got from the library is Burn by Juliana Boggett. This is the final book in the Pure trilogy, and this has been a post-apocalyptic a dystopian kind of trilogy where a whole bunch of people were outside when this atomic bomb went off and had inanimate objects fused to their body, and then the people that were Pure live in a separate place. And there's kind of a revolution going on for the people who are kind of broken and messed up to try to oust the Pure thing. So it's been really good. It's been very creative as long as you can suspend the disbelief over people having things fused into their bodies. But I've really enjoyed it. This is the final book in that trilogy, and I'm excited to read it. The other one I'm getting from the library is one I've been wanting to read for a long time just because I really do enjoy steampunk reads, and this is Kiss of Steel by Beck McMaster. This may be a little bit too romancy for me, but we'll see. It's the first book in the London Steampunk series. I've heard good things about the series. People really seem to enjoy it. When I read the synopsis of it, I think that sounds really like just a romance, but with maybe some steampunk thrown in. So hopefully the storyline is interesting and it's a good book. We'll see. I thought I'd read the first one and see what I thought about it. And that is it. Those are all the books I got this week. And, you know, there were a few of them. I think there were 4 for review. I bought 1, so 7, 8, 9 of them. I'm trying to get less books, but that never really works out very well for me. I read them mostly anyways. I hope you guys are having a good week, and I will talk to you next week. Enjoy your weather. I heard the groundhog saw his shadow, so we're having 6 more weeks of winter, and I totally believe that because, again, we have had highs in the negative whatevers this whole week, so I'm not very excited about that. It makes it too cold to even go out and enjoy the, like, billion feet of snow we have out there. Other than that, I have nothing to say. So you guys go ahead. Have a good weekend. Hope you got lots of great books to read. Talk to you later. Bye.